Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about an exciting field of data science. Me personally, I had the privilege to work on this field for several years now. And today I'll be sharing you my personal experience, insights and a comprehensive roadmap of how you can become data scientist. Also, people who are working professionals and working in another domain wants to shift your career to data science. I will be sharing you my personal experience and thoughts of what should be the shortest way of you becoming data scientist. So keep watching. If you feel the content of this video is helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot. What is data science? Imagine a world where every click, every like, every purchase and every heartbeat leaves a digital footprint. It sounds like fairy tale, but is it? Data science is the art of extracting meaning from the digital ocean, a blend of mathematics, computer science and creativity. After COVID, every industry has transformed into the digital journey. More and more data is now getting pumped into the internet every day, and that's where every day you hear the word data scientist more and more. The more data comes into the internet, the industry is going to need more people who are going to be able to handle this data, going to get new insights from this data and understand the data and do some creative things with the data that actually helps the companies maybe do the work in much less cost. And those are the values you bring to any industry. Now, what does a data scientist do? Let's understand that. A day-to-day job of data scientist has a lot of things involved, and I think you have already know some of the steps, maybe all of the steps. You know, the standard pipeline starts with data collection, data cleaning, exploratory data analysis, machine learning, and then communicate and express the explorations that you are doing, the thoughts you have, the designs principles, how you are breaking down the problem statements to the business, visualization. But the one thing I have seen people actually do miss out is the communication and your ability to understand data. If you are a Python enthusiast, maybe just started with Python, I'll tell you the first step where you should focus is how to handle data from different sources. You should be able to handle databases, APIs, unstructured data like PDFs, image, unstructured text. You should be very comfortable handling and dealing with different sources of data. That's where you start learning the real world problems. The data engineers, data scientists spend their 90% of the time on data. Maybe business has the data, but they don't know what to do about the data. Maybe business has a problem statement in mind or a problem in mind. They do not know how to solve the problem, and they have a large pool of data, and you need to figure out from the large pool of data what exactly you are looking for. Sometimes you don't know what you are looking for. Sometimes you do know what you are looking from this digital ocean. So that's what actually means to be a data scientist. But most important thing is your communication. As a data scientist, you have to work hand in hand with business, and you need to be able to communicate and express the explorations that you are doing, the thoughts you have, the designs principles, how you are breaking down the problem statements to the business. This is something is not often talked about. Tomorrow's data scientist is going to do this more and more. Nobody is going to hire you in the future just because you are able to write excellent Python code, or you know the standard pipeline of data science. You know how to do the data collection, you know how to do the data cleaning, you can use some machine learning models, that's not going to be enough. A GPT model or any other large language model can soon produce the efficiency that you are bringing on the table. So you need to make sure you're always counting on your creativity. And the creativity starts from looking at a raw business problem statement where nobody knows what the solution is, and you need to break down everything and start figuring out the design. Maybe machine learning will be a very small part of it, but still you need to have that view. Oftentimes, data scientists are too focused on finding a model that will solve the problem. But in real world, machine learning is a part of a bigger problem. You need to be part of that ecosystem. Okay? So now let's talk about what do you need to become a data scientist. We all know that there is a lot of mathematics and statistics going behind data science, which is true. But I will tell you from my personal experience, every day you are not going to touch mathematics, and your mathematics is only going to be 15% of your problem. So if you are not great in mathematics, but you understand some statistics, I will say you will still do good, because we all can understand what is mean, median, mode, standard deviation. We all know some bit of probability. You don't need to be great. If you understand uniform distribution, power law, and some bit of linear algebra, I think you will be doing good. So don't need to focus too much on mathematics, but what you need to know in and out is Python. Focus on practicing it and know a programming language like you are a software engineer. This is another thing I think people often talk about but do not prioritize a lot. If you do not know how to implement your problem statement, if you do not have the efficiency to write a programming language, you are never going to become a good machine learning or data scientist. Python is prerequisite to do whatever. It's basically your weapon for the war. And if you do not know Python, you are already lost. Once you start learning the fundamentals of Python, the basics of Python, you start with for loops, if-else, then go and start learning maybe pandas, numpy. Then you start learning how to deal with different data sources, how to get data from API, databases, shared storage, PDFs, image, CSVs, text. You need to handle different data sources in every day of your career. Being a fresher or a working professional trying to shift the gear and come to this domain, start focusing on this, that you are able to handle different source of data, you understand how to intake the data and how to handle and deal with this data. Then comes your machine learning. Now, do not focus on the classical ML algorithms too much. Nowadays, people starts with KNN, naive Bayes, until the point they starts learning neural network, they already lost all their energy. Today, where the industry is heading, you need to know the advanced deep learning algorithms. So for that, I would suggest learn logistic regression and make sure you know logistic regression by heart. Learn what is the difference between logistic regression and SVM. Know in and out of these two algorithms. And once you understand these two algorithms very well, you can start from neural networks. Start learning the family of CNN, how it works. Understanding RNN, LSTM, and why transformer came in the first place and where we are standing till today's date. You need to move faster in classical ML algorithm, and you need to get a hold of deep learnings. When I take interviews, I've seen many people has fantastic concept on machine learning, but when it comes to deep learning, they are lacking, or they will tell me straight away that I am not very good at deep learning, I have just started. Very soon, it's not going to be enough for your job interviews. You need to be an expert of deep learning. Now, if we make a summary, understanding of business requirement will be 15% of your job. Your programming skill will take 25% of weightage. Handling data is again 25% weightage, and your machine learning and deep learning algorithmic knowledge will take 25%. And whatever left is your sole statistics and mathematics. Now, what are the jobs you can apply as a data scientist? Now, Data scientist is a buzzword, but there are different jobs in the market available in different names. AI engineer, data scientist, data analyst, data engineer, ML engineer, deep learning engineer, they all do similar kind of job. They all are interrelated. So if you are learning data science, you will be able to apply for any of these jobs. Now, for freshers, it is very important that they create a very good portfolio. You need to do as many projects as you can and make sure the projects are state of the art. Whatever is coming in the industry, you are trying to pick up that topic in your project. If you are still doing a project using IRIS data, it's not going to cut or impress your interviewer. Since you do not have practical experience, your projects are going to be exposure to the real problem statement. So make sure you are trying to come up with some unique projects ideas, not only copy pasting code from GitHub. For working professional, I think once you have the foundation, at that point you start looking at the problem statements, the data lying around your day-to-day job. Maybe you are working in a law firm and you will see a lot of data about patent law or different kinds of law and all, and you can start thinking about where I can create a tool that can do or make my life easy in my day-to-day job. Start thinking about a problem statement in your own domain where you are already an expert and now you want to be an expert of a different domain. That is what is going to impress an interviewer. Even though the interviewer will know you are coming from a different domain, but since you show them that you can already think like a data scientist, they will be impressed on it. Because in real world, data science sometimes does not have the domain knowledge. They get a problem statement which is completely different. Now I'll just share you one thing. Recently, for last 6 months, I was doing a project on SAP. I have no knowledge on SAP. What I was doing is end-to-end pipeline of how to generate SAP code using large language models. Now this kind of problem statement is what a data scientist needs to solve. So when you are already a working professional and you are able to look for problem statement and then find a solution, I think that's going to be your easy ticket to become a data scientist. Having said that, for both freshers and working professionals, the importance of networking with the other professionals, I cannot stress enough. Please connect with me in LinkedIn, people who are looking for jobs. Time and time for our company, I look for excellent minds or excellent data scientists. If you think you are the one, please connect with me in LinkedIn, and whenever we have the job opening, I will be able to contact you. And there you have it, our epic journey through the world of data science. Whether you are a freshers or a working professional, I hope this video was helpful. Do let me know in the comment if you want to know more about a certain topic. Thanks a lot.